Hey, what's going on, guys? Stevie here with Lucky Crit. Just wanted to give you a quick channel update and health update, since a lot of you are still wondering about that. So if you haven't seen the previous channel update video, I was dealing with a kidney stone. That is thankfully over now, as far as I'm aware. So it took me about a week and a half to get over it. After going to the hospital and figuring out what it was a bit easier to deal with it because I was taking ibuprofen and stuff, and that allowed me to, actually have some sort of a life after that point. So that made it much better. And then this past Sunday, I actually woke up and there was just no more pain, and so I didn't even have to take ibuprofen that day. I haven't actually experienced passing the stone in any capacity, so I don't really know what happened to it, if it got broken down or something. But yeah, it just kind of stopped, so that's cool, I guess. As for the content that we're going to be focusing on for the time being, hero stuff I'm super behind on. I know there's so many cool things to talk about. Sacred Coins, Sacred Forge, a whole bunch of stuff. I kind of figured that most of you guys are probably getting your news and stuff from other channels in the meantime, or, you've probably already seen about the Sacred Coins and what you should use them on, things of that nature. So I don't know if I'm going to make any episodes talking about that stuff that I've kind of missed out on during this whole situation. I might. Hero stuff definitely won't stop. I'll definitely talk about it moving forward. I just don't know what the next video will be about. Warriors is kind of dying down because the game is out in Japan, and we're going to have it pretty shortly here. And we pretty much know everything about it. I mean, there might be more stuff that I could cover, but it's just kind of, most likely spoiler stuff at that point. So that's not something that I really want to focus on. When we know the DLC, I'll probably make some more, Warriors news episodes talking about that. But for now, obviously, we're pretty much caught up in that department. I do have some videos that I promised a long time ago to some of you in the comment sections that I didn't forget about. I wrote them down. Some of them were Echoes videos. For example, a lot of you wanted a side quest guide and a video on Astra, Luna, and Soul and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And I just kind of never got around to making them because A, I needed to get further on in the game in my own playthrough to get the footage for that, which it kept getting sidetracked with everything that was going on. Keeping up with all the Fire Emblem news has just been kind of a nightmare in that department because there's so many different games to talk about. There's always new news going on every week, every other week for things. So that stuff I will definitely get to. I have a whole, give you a sneak peek, whole list here of videos that I've written down that I want to work on at one point or another. I would really like to do a podcast segment. I don't know how often it'll be, but just something where I can kind of bring somebody to the channel, talk with them maybe about Fire Emblem Heroes or something like that. I think it'd be fun to do some kind of segment like that. And then, that creates content that maybe in case in the downtime when we have situations like this one, which hopefully won't happen again, no matter what, we'll be able to put something out or have something to go out. So I think that's kind of interesting. You might see a couple of collabs within the near future, which would be really cool. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm going to be reaching out to people, and I've already heard from some people. So we'll see what we can make happen there. I think that's going to be cool. For those of you who have been fans of our content for a bit further back than just this year, and maybe liked our Pokemon Go stuff or some of the other stuff that we put out, I do think that I will be making a Pokemon Go episode later this month. I've been asked to film a local Pokemon Go event that some people are putting on. So I think that could be pretty interesting. I might, try to make a vlog out of that. I do also, I'm like really excited and enticed about going back to Stonington Borough. That's a place that it's just kind of a really beautiful spot here in Connecticut. And it's also a pretty solid Pokemon Go spot, even though it got kind of nerfed after some of the residents there complained. But I do think it's probably still pretty good. And it's just somewhere that I'd like to go back and visit again, especially, this season is kind of nice, this fall season, before it gets to be winter time, because, that's just not fun. They might end up dropping Generation 3 or something like that. There's most likely going to be a Halloween event later this month, so whether that event that I'm going to be filming at has the Halloween event out for or not, I'm not sure, but I think I'll probably end up doing that, or just making a Pokemon Go video to some extent. It's something that I've tried to do a couple of times over the past while, and it just hasn't worked out due to technical issues or whatever every single time. So it doesn't mean anything for the channel. Don't be concerned about Fire Emblem stuff disappearing from the channel, because it's not going to be. But I would every once in a while like to make, a side episode of other things. And in this case, I think it's been a significant amount of time, and it's time to make something for Pokemon Go, at least one video. So hopefully some of you will be excited for that. Otherwise, I'll just try to make a good solid episode by itself. So if you like watching our content, maybe you don't like Pokemon Go that much, hopefully I can still make it entertaining for you. So yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm going to start working on stuff again. And I hope that you liked the episode that I was able to get out last week. I'm happy that I was able to do something in the downtime. So if you haven't checked out that episode yet, you can check that out up here. Aside from that, you can also participate in the Discord server and check out what's going on over there. A big thank you to those of you who have joined the Discord server and are contributing over there. Thank you so much. For those of you who have supported us on Patreon, be sure to check your Patreon messages. I've reached out to all of you. I did end up sending out some keychains today, so that's really good. For those of you who have recently become patrons, I will have to have those keychains made, and then we'll get them sent out to you. I will be sending you messages on there to update you. Otherwise, maybe I'll talk to you on Discord if you're on Discord, because a couple of you are on there. But definitely check on your messages on Patreon if you haven't yet, because I will be sending you messages through there at the very least. You know, because for some of you, I don't have any other form of contact, so that's where I'm going to be reaching out to you. So stay up to date on that. I don't know if it sends you an email when you do get a message on there, or if some of you have opted out of that, but if you're in the Steel tier, then definitely be sure to check your messages there. And yeah, that's going to cut it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in for this update. I'm feeling better, so it's time to make some more content and some really good stuff too. So stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time.